Hey, I don't know that you saw this, Eric, but well, I can't imagine you're thrilled about it. I don't know how they're going to market this, but AEW Dynamite is about to pass a bit of a milestone. This Wednesday in Boston, AEW Dynamite will become the longest running primetime weekly wrestling show in TNT history. Like, this is that feels like a direct shot at WCW. But I've always thought that was interesting. It's on TNT. It's a challenger brand for the WWE. There was a name called Nitro. Now it's a name called Dynamite. It feels parallel. Is this irksome to you or is it flattering, Eric?
I want to congratulate Tony Khan and his entire staff. This obviously means a lot to them, and congratulations. It does say a lot about Tony's commitment. Tony put his own money into this. You can judge the product. I can judge the product. I often have. I just don't watch it anymore. But truth is, his vision, his dream, his money, his commitment. So congratulations, because what he did isn't easy. No matter how anybody feels about the product, it wasn't easy, and it still isn't. So congratulations for your effort. And no, it doesn't bother me a bit. It just doesn't mean anything to me, while it does to Tony and company, and I understand why. You put a lot of time and work and money, as I've just discussed. So good for them, but no, it doesn't bother me at all.
We got a question here from Jeff who wants to know, Eric, are you excited for the new NWO book? It's called Say Hello to the Bad Guys. It's available now. I got an advance copy from our buddy Mark. He hooked me up. I'm absolutely loving it. And if you're not familiar, Say Hello to the Bad Guys is available now on Amazon. You'll see Hulk Hogan, Scott Hall, and Kevin Nash there. This is a story about how professional wrestling's new world order changed America. I know you had a chance to be involved with this a little bit, Eric. What do you think of this book? Are you excited about this book being released?
I really am. Now, I got my copy the other day, and I've started reading it yesterday morning, actually. And Mark Raimondi, he's a sports writer for ESPN, wrote the book. And what I've read so far, it's going to be hard to put it down once I get into it. And I cheated, because I have to, because, I don't have ADD or anything like that. I'm just not a very patient person. It's simple as that. It's got nothing to do with any limitations or whatever. But I'll get a book and I'll open it up, somewhere in the first third of the book, I'll read a couple pages, and I'll do the same thing in the middle, and I'll do the same thing towards the end to try to get a feel for the book. And I did that immediately. As soon as I opened it up out of the package, I read this one. Ooh, I better move on and take a look here, because once I start reading this, I won't put it down. It was that good. I can't wait to read it. I'll probably get through it over the weekend. And that's not me. Anybody, when you ask my wife, she'll give me a book that's maybe 200 pages and say, here, you need to read this. 6 months later, I'll get the book done. I just don't have the patience to sit and read like recreationally. It's not my thing. But definitely going to make an exception in this case, because it's what I've seen so far is really, really good. And Mark is look, NWO has been covered. WCW has been covered. It's kind of fascinating in a way. It's interesting coming off AEW's been around as long as Nitro. Good for them. I wonder if anybody will be writing books, several of them, about AEW 25 or 30 years from now. I kind of doubt it. And the fact is, this book is out now. Guy Evans has what I'll refer to as a sequel to Nitro called Beyond Nitro that is coming out in a matter of weeks. I've looked at excerpts of that book, and it is going to fry some circuits. Let me go back to Mark's book. There's 2 books coming out, WCW, NWO. Mark's book is looking at the NWO from purely a pop culture perspective, yes, in a way that has not been covered before. Not been done before. So yeah, that's the NWO, and there's another book about the NWO, but this one's from an entirely different perspective, and it's fascinating so far.
We should cover some other late breaking news. Again, we don't know all the details. This has come out since we've been recording, Eric, but I do want to share it and get your natural reaction. We've got some news on Kevin Owens. This is coming to us via Fightful, and I guess it's not an official report, but this is more of the general feeling within the company, according to Sean Ross Sapp, that Kevin Owens isn't expected back in 2025, and it's quite possible he may miss WrestleMania next year. So this was the biggest fear when we learned last Friday that Kevin Owens was not going to be appearing at WrestleMania because he had some sort of a spine or neck or back injury, that he may have to have the quote unquote bad neck surgery, the one where you're gone for like the better part of a year. That looks like what we're looking at. And of course, we're all hopeful that Kevin Owens can even return to in-ring action. But I know you have a soft spot for Kevin Owens, and to have the rug pulled out from under you in the middle of a great run and a great career, just less than 2 weeks away from WrestleMania, this is just disaster for him personally, I'm sure. What do you make of this report, Eric? I mean,
I feel horrible for Kevin. I don't want to give the impression that we're real close friends. We stay in touch a couple times a year via text. But I feel like I kind of know him a little bit because of the conversations that he and I had. And I got fairly close to him in WWE during his program with Shane McMahon. I was kind of in the middle of that. And at that point in time, Vince was being really hard on Kevin. I mean, really hard. And Kevin was doing his absolute best to make it work. And I saw it. I saw what he was going through, and I saw the way Vince treated him. So I helped as much as I could. And I don't think I helped all that much, to be honest with you, but I tried, right? And in the process of that, I got a feel for him. He's got a great family. He's close to his family and his kids. His head is so squarely on his shoulders. As horrible as this is, and as bad as I feel for Kevin, I also know Kevin's going to be just fine because his head is on straight. And pray for the guy. Heal quick. Get back in the ring. And if anybody can do it, Kevin can, because he's a pretty strong-minded individual. I saw a lot of that. That's the part that, and I think it's the way Kevin handled the pressure he was under from Vince. Because I think Vince was trying to get, by the way, it wasn't just Vince being mean. It was Vince's way of coaching Kevin up. It was kind of, I don't want to say brutal, but it was tough. It's tough to watch, tough to listen to. Kevin handled it. And when I saw him handling it, I went, wow, this guy's special, because a lot of people couldn't and wouldn't have. So yeah, thoughts and prayers, brother. You'll be fine.
A great family guy. He's going to have a long future in wrestling, no matter what the future looks like. Just a brilliant wrestling mind. And you would look long and hard before you found anyone inside the wrestling business who wasn't a fan of Kevin Owens. He's almost universally loved within the confines of the business. So we're all pulling for Kevin Owens. I can't imagine how down he is or devastated he is. I want to encourage you, if you were ever a Kevin Owens fan, tweet him and be the bright spot. There's so much negativity and toxicity in Twitter. If you enjoyed Kevin Owens' in-ring work, a promo, a match, a moment, tweet him and let him know about it. It would be a bright spot for him to log in and see people loving on him a little bit. I hope he feels good on the other side of all this.